Hello everybody and welcome back to Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. In the last video we pretty much got halfway through the temple, I would say. This is kind of the main room, right in the middle of the dungeon, third floor, the boss room. Decided to stop here because it's a pretty good ending point, but we're going to continue on. During recording breaks, I took a break from recording, I found out that I missed quite a few stuff. So I'll be sure to, go back and get those things. A few of the chests I had kind of noticed I hadn't picked up. I had looked and seen how it is that I get those. And of course I'll be going back for those. Anyways, moving on. Oh my god, it's Medley! I'll save you! I knew I should have came after you. I just knew it. It's a good thing Link's a gentleman. Get away from her. I guess, and she doesn't really have anything to defend herself either, now that I think about it. She's just a defenseless bird-like creature. And ooh, we get to fight these guys for the first time. They're really not difficult to beat as long as you get their weapon out of their hands, because they use their weapon to block you and poke at you, and yeah, it's not any fun. So for defeating those guys, we can go over and see how Medley is, and these pig guys will drop skull necklaces. This is another item for our spoils bag. This rather off-putting accessory would appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person, it is apparently of great worth. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So just pick those up as you go along, and we'll find a use for those later on. All right. Hi, Medley. Link, you came to rescue me. Oh, thank you. I have to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Blue's tail. That's why he's so angry. Oh yeah, that wouldn't be comfortable at all. The Great Blue's tail hangs down into the room right below here. There's got to be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. We've got to do something now, before it's too late. I'll go and tell everyone what's happening. Here, Link, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device we Rito used before we evolved wings. Alright, so Medley's going to give you the dungeon item, and this is by far one of the most useful items in the whole entire game. This is the grappling hook, which is the equivalent of the hook shot, basically. Love this item. It's fun to use and it's very useful. So we can even use it at sea to haul things up on our boat, so we'll be seeing an awful lot of it. And she's just going to show us how to use it, so... What I also find funny is that she's like, oh, I'll go tell everyone what happened. But before, she was telling me not to tell anybody she was climbing Dragon Roost Island. It'll be our little secret. Well, apparently not. Okay, so she's just giving us a little tutorial, blah 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 blah, but it's not very hard. All you gotta do is just take out your grappling hook, aim it, and then when you get this little yellow symbol, go ahead and let go. And the grappling hook will automatically grab on. And then you swing, you can change how fast you're going, you can let go with A, etc. Really, really easy to use, a lot of fun to use too. Like I said, quite love the item. The swinging animation kind of takes a while of the grappling hook, like, grabbing onto it, which is kind of a downfall. Not my favorite, probably the least favorite part of the grappling hook, but other than that, no complaints. Alright. And this will just take us back to the room we came in from, so what we're going to do is we're going to swing down even further. Because there's still plenty of areas we haven't yet explored, but now that we have our grappling hook, pretty much every single aspect of this dungeon is explorable, so let's go back and do that. And you can hear Baloo up there, he's really in a lot of pain. But I guess we can see why now that Medley has informed us why that is. Okay, so this is a new room here, and by defeating all of the enemies in this room, and I'm not going to do it on the bridge this time because I learned my lesson when I fell, killed Link automatically. But if you defeat all the enemies in this room, you'll also get another treasure chest, and the second moblin is just going to come and surprise you by coming out of that pot. Okay. I think that's all of them. There we go. Alright, so there's two ways you can do this. To get over there, we have to get rid of this bridge. You could take that stick here and burn the bridge, or you can use your sword, just use a spin attack and just get rid of the areas that are holding the bridge. And then I think you can jump right in the middle. And there we go. So there's another treasure chest we'll get out of our way. And there's another joy pendant. So we haven't really run into a lot of optional kind of exciting treasure, I guess. I mean, we found the compass in the map, but other than that, we haven't found anything exciting like heart pieces or anything like that. Okay, this room here, what you've got to do is cut all 3 ropes at the same time. When I think I just screwed that up, but we'll see here. Let's see. Oh, yep. If you cut it unevenly, Link will fall in and you'll automatically die, so. Let's try this again, shall we? Seems like I'm getting like a death or I'm screwing up like every video. I'm just trying to make it so I don't hit one and then screw it all up. Okay, so this should do it. There we go. So you cut all 3 ropes at the same time to make it an even cut. I mean, then we can go on through. More ladders, more stuff to jump across, more lava. You know the drill. And this is the part that kind of reminds me of the Dongo's Cavern, is this part here. You know, because you had like the face of the Dongo at the very top, and then you went through the door. But anyways, this here, it kind of looks like Baloo's tail, doesn't it? Grapple onto that and pull it, and that opens that door. So got the back jump, and ignore those bats because I hate bats, and go on through here. Okay. Now this next part's interesting because this actually requires you to start using different aspects of your grappling hook. So for this part you have to stop and you actually have to physically turn Link around, and I think I can probably let him down more so he can swing a lot better. Just swing right over. Get lots of momentum. I take my time with these swings because better safe than sorry, I always say. And one more swing should get us over to the other side. There we go. Okay, now this room here, there's a flaming chest in the middle. And you've got these guys. Now, I ignored this enemy the last time that we fought it, and the reason for that is because we kind of needed the grappling hook. It makes things a lot easier. We have to get its eye. So get your grappling hook and hit its eye as soon as it comes at you. You can't really hit it with your sword because he puts up his, I guess, I don't know what those are, tentacles. He puts up his, or like claws or fangs, you know, back up to his eye too quickly. But once he's all curled up into a ball like that, you can just put him on the switch and you can open this big chest here. It's quite a glorious looking chest if I do say so myself. It's very elegant, and in these chests here you'll get the big key. So this is the boss key basically. And now all we've got to do is make our way back to the dungeon room. And we already saw that room earlier on. It's where we started the episode. Now we have our grappling hook, it'll be a lot easier. And of course, the minute we come out of here, they felt the need to give us more enemies, because that fire bat wasn't there before. Or the fire keys, I should say, if I want to be more technical. That's one thing I'm not good at, is remembering really specific things like names of enemies and things like that, so, you know, not my specialty. Okay. Again, we've got this one where you have to change it up. Okay. I think we'll be able to. And the higher up you go, the less swing you'll have. So you gotta remember that too when you're swinging. I don't think that's gonna be enough. Might be just enough. Oh, it is. Good. It's hard to judge. For me, anyways. I'm not the best at that sort of thing. And I honestly don't, for this point on, I don't know like a great shortcut to get all the way back. I think we just basically have to backtrack because I don't see that hook there getting us all the way back. So, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna backtrack. Whew, close. Almost fell. And we're gonna go back to the boss room. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably just end up splicing in parts of the dungeons that I missed. I think I only missed maybe 1 or 2 chests, and that was it. But, I mean, I want to be able to get those before leaving, because we can pretty much finish up the dungeon now, so. And, again, we're going to use the water and the pots on the geyser here to create a path. Get away from those keys, because they're just annoying, and I don't want to deal with them. And I think that, yeah. Go through this door, and we're back outside. So as you can see, now that we have the grappling hook, we can just move our way around a lot faster. So, yeah, Baloo, I hear you screaming. I'm gonna help you here soon. That'd be like the equivalent of someone pulling on your hair continuously or something like that. I mean, I hate that. I've had my, when someone accidentally pulls your hair or something, it's just awful. Okay. So back the way we came. And here we are. So before I actually go in and face the boss, I'll probably save it for the next video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to splice in, I'm going to go back through the dungeon and splice in some clips. Just of little things I missed in the dungeon, chests and things like that. As you can see, we've got 2 chests yet in this area to get, which are really quite easy to grab, no big deal. We've got 2 chests that I missed in total. So I will, I guess, just splice in those clips and then we'll continue on whenever it is that I come back to this room here. Okay, so the first thing I had to backtrack to come and get, we come back to the first room that we really came into in the dungeon, and we go through the first door here that was locked originally. You can't actually get this until you get the grappling hook. Over here to the right hand side here, get rid of these guys so they don't get in my way. You see that there is a grappling little hook shot thing here. So what you have to do is you have to come here when you get your grappling hook, and you can grapple on there. And there should be a treasure chest on the other side that we couldn't get otherwise. So you have to come back here after you get the grappling hook and not accessible otherwise, and break open this big chest here. Which will give us a treasure chart. There are 2 in total to collect in this dungeon, and this is the first one. Okay, so we're back to this room with the blocks, and I said that there was a little entrance way, and there is, and I figured out how to do that. If we pull out these first 2 blocks out by just a little bit, Link is actually small enough to kind of fit behind here, and I don't know if you can see it. I guess this camera sucks and will not let me see it, but there's a crawl space here. This isn't really too much of importance, because all you can really get here is a few rupees by crawling around, and my rupees are completely stuffed full. But this is a secret. You can get a few rupees in here if you want to, and the cool thing about this is that you'll actually come out of this little cubby hole here, which is in the exact same room, so you won't have to backtrack or go through any doors or anything like that. And keep in mind, you can't get in this way. You can only get in by using the little block secret there. And finally, in this room here where we defeated the 3 moblins to get the doors unlocked, there's a very, very obvious chest in here that I missed. Really don't know how I missed this, but if we find that torch, it's around here somewhere. We can get that torch here, pick it up, and you'll notice in the corner there's only one stick lit, or one torch lit. What we can do is light the other one, and it will reveal the chest to us. I don't know how on earth I missed that, but I did. I apologize, and I came back to get it, so let's see what it is here. This is our second treasure chart, and I think that's pretty much it for treasures that I missed. So now we can pretty much go back to the room with the boss, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here we are back in the boss room, and in the next video we will be ready to face the boss. I'm not going to make my way over there and collect those 2 chests right now. That's a small enough chore that we can do that in the next video. And as you can see here, we've been to every single room in the area, and we've collected every single chest with the exception of the 2 that are in this room. So I would say that this dungeon has been 100% completed, and you know, the boss is just the last thing to take care of, which I'll do in the next video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you will join me next time when we finish up Dragon Roost Cavern.